when we left off yesterday, Mr. Baker, you had just started to tell us another version of the story about how you turned off the power to the house in order to get Fabio Sementilli to do something.
Sustained.
Why is it that you turned off power to the house?
To get him to come to get off the patio, turn off his TV.
Okay. And so you turned off the power to the house because you thought he would get up and turn off his TV?
Yes.
How would turning off the power get him to come turn off the TV?
If it were me, I would go to the fuse box.
I see. So when did you do this now?
That same day.
Yeah. At what point in time?
I don't know. I don't have a time. When that time I was there.
Obviously, but at what point?
I don't know what you're
As soon as you walked into the house, at the end before you left, at what point did you turn off power to the house?
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you were in the house for a period of time before you did so, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you know where the fuse box was?
Most places, in most houses, is usually in the garage.
Okay. So you went into the garage and searched around for the fuse box?
Yes.
And then you turned off the power, and what did you do next?
I waited to see if he would come in the kitchen.
And did he?
No.
So what did you do?
I waited and watched him.
And then what happened?
And then I waited for him to not see the kitchen, and went ahead and went forward.
Okay. When the police arrived on scene, the television was still on.
That's probably why he didn't get up.
So did you, how long did you wait for him inside the house?
I don't know. I didn't keep a running time frame in my head.
But you were in a rush, right? Because you told us you were expecting people to come home. And you didn't have your phone. You said you left that in the car, right?
Yes.
So weren't you worried at that point in time that
I'm worried.
someone would
I'm
come
worried through the whole time.
But yet you sat and waited.
I'm still worried the whole time.
Okay. But you sat and waited. Is that yes?
I had to wait. Yeah.
And so eventually you gave up waiting, I'm assuming?
Well, yeah. Eventually, I had to go forward.
Okay. And so did you tell Chris Austin that you were going to turn off power to the house?
No, it was not too much time for talking.
And when you went into the garage, where was Chris Austin?
I'm not sure.
You didn't see him?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. So he may have been with you.
I don't remember.
And after you turned off the power to the house, then were you watching Fabio from inside the kitchen?
Yes.
So he could have just turned his head and seen you through the glass at any time.
Could have.
But he didn't.
I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
Sure. He didn't see you.
I don't know.
That's overruled.
Well, he didn't see you because he didn't come in, right? You eventually
I don't know
said
if he saw me or not.
you went out to
I'm
him.
assuming he didn't see me. I don't know if he saw me or not. I doubt it.
So you went out to get him.
Yes.
And then at some point you told us you went back into the garage, right? You told us that you followed some wires that were everywhere that led you to the DVR, correct?
Yeah, it was where the car was, yeah.
Showing you what's been previously marked as People's 129. There's a 17 in the lower left corner. in terms of all the wires that you told us you followed yesterday, where are the wires?
In the garage.
But you told us that you followed the wires from the house to the garage. So I'm asking you, where are the wires
In the
that
garage.
you told the jury yesterday that you followed?
In the garage. In the garage.
So you didn't follow any wires?
There are wires from the garage.
Okay. And where were the wires in the garage?
By the box.
And where was that?
I believe it was on it was on a back wall on something, a shelf or a closet or something. I can't remember. I don't have the layout in my head.
And how did you know that the DVR would be in the garage?
The wires.
Yes,
saw
but
it.
we talked about the fact that there actually aren't any wires in the house, as you said yesterday. That
I saw the wires.
Okay. So once you went into the garage, that's when you saw the wires, correct?
Yes.
And do you recall where the wires were in the garage that you traced to some box in a different location?
They were coming off a wall. Not from, they were laying on the wall or coming from the wall. They were just there. You could see them.
Okay. And at some point before you left, did you also open the garage door in order to steal the Porsche and drive away?
Yes.
And how did you do that?
I
Given that
pulled
you had turned off the power.
I pulled the emergency cord.
Why didn't you just flip the power back on?
Wasn't thinking.
And so, did you tell Chris Austin to wait in the Porsche at some point in time?
I don't remember offhand, but I'm sure something like that happened. I'm not sure.
So how did Chris Austin know to get into the Porsche?
I said I'm not sure. I know we wound up there. I don't remember all the conversation. There was a lot going on. I don't remember all that.
Well, you remembered a few days ago when you testified on direct. Has anything happened between a few days ago?
You mean regarding
today?
about Chris getting in the Porsche? I don't remember that either.
You don't remember him getting in the Porsche? So
No,
you might have
about
drawn
direct, about being on direct and being asked about this.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So somehow Chris got into the Porsche. Was he in the Porsche before or after you?
I don't remember.
Okay. So it could have been after you.
I don't remember.
All right. And then what did you do?
I guess we got in the Porsche and left.
Okay. Who drove?
I did.
Was that because Chris didn't know how to drive a stick?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know if he knows how to drive a stick or not.
Okay. You wouldn't have asked him that ahead of time in your plan.
I'm not thinking about all that in my plan.
You're not thinking about
I
a
wasn't.
getaway in your plan?
I wasn't thinking about who's driving what car in the plan. I know I'm driving and I want to leave.
What about in the plan? What was the plan on how you were going to leave? Were you always planning on taking the Porsche?
No, I didn't know exactly at the moment. My plan was to go back and go down the same way we came, but time was running out.
So which way did you go?
Make a right and a right, then another right. I don't know the streets. I don't know the street names, so.
Well, you said you lived in the valley. We went over that
I don't know the
yesterday.
streets.
So you made several rights. And where did that take you to?
Eventually, it took us back to Ventura Boulevard.
Wouldn't you have to go left to get back to Ventura Boulevard?
At some point, there's a left somewhere.
Okay. And then where'd you go?
Behind Ventura Boulevard on the back street, and found the nearest empty spot there was and parked the car.
An empty spot where?
I don't know.
You don't know where?
No, I don't. I'm not driving back into the back streets like that. I just wanted to get rid of the car.
Okay. And so were you in a commercial area, a residential area, an industrial area?
I guess it was not industrial. It was part of the businesses on Ventura. I'm guessing.
Near any particular location that you recall?
No, I don't.
Stores or anything of that nature?
I was from the back, so I didn't see any of that.
So you had no idea where you were?
I got an idea where I'm at, but I don't know where I was at.
But at some point you had to go back to the car.
And I had to backtrack the same way I came to find it because I didn't know exactly where I parked the car.
So you went back to the house in order to backtrack?
No, I went back to the car where I parked it.
Okay. And the keys, did you get those keys out of the drawer that we see here on the screen where there's a drip of blood in the number 12? Is that where you got the keys from?
I don't remember. I know it was from a counter somewhere. There was a counter involved.
So you remember that?
It was a counter.
Not in the drawer?
It was a counter. I don't know which counter it was. I can't remember. I just saw him sitting there.
And at some point in time, did you also, before you left, do any cleaning up?
I tried to.
With what?
Rags.
Where'd you get rags?
I believe it was sitting. I don't know. They were just rags. I can't do it with my hands, so I took something and tried to clean up with it.
And where did you get the rags from as you were doing your cleaning job?
I really don't remember. Anything I saw available.
So you found rags somewhere.
Somewhere.
And you started cleaning the house.
I tried to clean what I could, not the whole house, obviously.
And